My name is Lori, and I'm going to take you on a brief journey through my lens of Theology 120 and share with you some of the most impactful impressions for me personally that I know will be applicable to my course of study in radiologic science administration and well beyond. TH 120 encouraged the reflection of my own personal core values. Being grounded in what I believe in, what I hold to be important, has always been the compass for my life, even when it feels like I'm on a circuitous path and at times not wanting to trust my compass. My compass has been my faith in God, but yes, at times not completely trusted. Often, I am far too busy directing my own life with great determination, only to realize, as explained in Real Mercy by Jacques Philippe, quote, "This is what prevents us from receiving the abundant mercy and love of God. The greater the trust, the more mercy will be given to us." I'll come back to the topic of mercy in just a minute. In her book, Dare to Lead, Brené Brown presents a diverse list of over 100 values, which are inclusive of my own values: faith, generosity, and authenticity. Explicitly identifying our values takes reflection and contemplation, as she explains, deeply personal work that many people have never taken the time for, and this course afforded this opportunity. But you may ask, why is identifying your values important? Well, what we believe in is how we show up in the world and the impact we have on others, intended or otherwise. Brené believes leaders always carry a clarity of values and that leaders do more than profess their values, they practice them. I intend to be a leader of people in my profession, and being authentic is an important means of being able to genuinely connect with others, which is important in leadership. As Julie Garland once said, always be the first-rate version of yourself and not a second-rate version of someone else. Similarly, St. Joseph's College declares the process of discernment based on dialogue and reflection, in which they designate their core values of faith, excellence, integrity, community, respect, compassion, and justice, notably all of which are on Brené Brown's top 100 list. The point she makes is so many values relate to each other. When I think about my own values and the values of St. Joseph's College, faith and belief in God is logically the core motivating value, which encompasses all others. Our values are expressed through spiritual and corporal works of mercy, and this work does not need to be grandiose, as even the smallest of gestures have an impact. In Lesson 7, we sought to find an image to express one of the works of mercy. I chose this picture of a man sitting alone next to an empty chair because the image struck me as poignant, especially given this unprecedented time marked by a devastating COVID-19 pandemic, as he was sitting all alone in a hospital setting. I moved to the empty chair next to him and began talking, and he shared his sadness of losing his wife of 63 years. Comfort the sorrowful, I was reminded, is a spiritual work of mercy. Don't underestimate the small gestures. Carrie Weber states in her book, Mercy in the City, at the heart of the corporal works of mercy is making yourself available to those in need, even when it isn't convenient, even when you don't expect it. The mercy tradition for me is expressed through our daily actions. Carrie Weber describes her journey through works of mercy, quote, "It's easy to imagine yourself doing great works of mercy. It's easy to have good intentions. What's difficult is that follow-through, because God didn't challenge us to commit to the corporal works of mercy for 40 days. She was referring to Lent. God challenges us to commit to a lifestyle and a lifetime of mercy. They must become habits without becoming mindless." Despite significant challenges along my journey in life, I have also been greatly blessed, and I have a deep and genuine desire to give back. Certainly one of my corporal works of mercy is to give alms to the poor, by charitably giving to individuals and to organizations which I can relate to on a very personal and emotional level by donating my time, energy, and money. Another impression that impacted me most profoundly was the focus of Lesson 7, forgiveness, and the great capacity of human beings through God's mercy to forgive. Jacques Philippe explains, forgiveness is a condition by which one receives God's mercy. Quote, "If you do not forgive, God cannot forgive you. Sometimes what stops us from receiving the mercy of God is our lack of mercy towards others. our hardness of heart towards others, our lack of goodness toward others. There are so many questions that remain for me, and frankly, the greatest challenge is knowing that I am human and I'm going to continue to make mistakes. But what I leave this course embracing are the words of Carrie Weber. Mercy is not something we bestow upon one another from on high in a sort of grand gesture, but rather something much quieter, more humble. In closing, this course has been personally enriching. It was abundantly clear the amount of preparation and thoughtfulness that went into each lesson, as evidenced by the rich supporting content, the insightful Catholic teachings and readings. Included were videos from a wide array of various thought leaders, and as I worked through each lesson, I was challenged to learn and explore alternative means of communicating in an impactful manner, exemplary of this final testimonial. So Professor Green, I really want to thank you. I really felt you were side by side on this journey, and I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for this personal gift.